From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Want a Northway Bank teller to keep in your pocket? There's an app for that, now available for iPhone and Android. Download yours today. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. New Hampshire Fish and Game officers coordinated 2 search and rescue missions over the weekend. Conservation Officer Lieutenant Wayne Saunders says early Saturday afternoon, a 911 call came in reporting a Pennsylvania woman had injured her leg after slipping on a rock. Saunders says Renu Gupta of Springfield had been hiking on Mount Pierce in Beans Grant, not far from Crawford Notch State Park. Conservation Officer Matt Holmes was able to make cell phone contact with Gupta's party, and personnel from the Appalachian Mountain Club gave her first aid and helped her hike down. Later in the day, Gupta could no longer walk, and conservation officers, AMC personnel, and U.S. Forest Service law enforcement rangers hiked up to her and carried her down the mountain. She was then driven to Littleton Hospital. In another incident, Saunders says a woman from Gorham reported around 1 o'clock Friday morning her 18-year-old son had not returned from a run on the Stony Brook Trail. Conservation officers started searching in the darkness, and after daylight were joined by AMC personnel, the U.S. Forest Service, Androscoggin Valley Search and Rescue, Mountain Rescue Service, Gorham Fire and EMS, and a helicopter from the Maine Forest Service as they started a systematic search for Todd Bouchard in the Carter-Moriah mountain range. The search team spotted Bouchard off-trail in the southern ledges of Mount Moriah about 4:30 Friday afternoon, and a rescue team finally reached him about 3 hours later after hiking through steep terrain and dense brush. Bouchard was reunited with his family at a trailhead a few hours later. The New Hampshire Attorney General's office is considering North Conway's Memorial Hospital's proposal to join Portland, Maine-based Maine Health because it's a healthcare charitable trust. Memorial has submitted a proposed affiliation agreement for review by the Attorney General's Charitable Trusts Unit. The Attorney General's office says if approved, Maine Health will become, quote, the sole corporate member of Memorial Hospital with certain reserved powers over Memorial Hospital's governance and operations. Reaction to Memorial Hospital's proposed affiliation with Maine Health was mostly positive during 2 public meetings about the plan sponsored by the hospital. One outspoken critic of the plan is former Memorial Hospital trustee George Epstein, who accused Memorial Hospital staff and board members of not investigating possible mergers with other hospitals. He says the merger plan does not provide any value to Memorial while giving up local control of the hospital, charges that were refuted during the 2 public meetings. Memorial Hospital President and CEO Scott McKinnon says Maine Health, a not-for-profit healthcare system that includes Maine Medical Center and nearly a dozen other hospitals and health-related organizations in Maine, would become the parent organization of Memorial and provide a strategic partner that will improve the level of health care in the Mount Washington Valley. Prior to making its determination, the Charitable Trust Unit will take comments on the proposed affiliation. Comments should be directed to the Director of Charitable Trusts with the subject line Memorial Hospital / Maine Health Proposed Affiliation and mailed to the Charitable Trust Unit, 22 Capitol Street, Concord, New Hampshire, 03301, or sent by email to charitabletrust2@doj.nh.gov. In Maine news, newly released census figures show Maine, Vermont, and New Hampshire have the highest median ages in the country. Maine's Office of Policy and Management says Census Bureau population estimates released Thursday show Maine's median age was 43.5 years last year, up from 43.2 years in 2011. That's more than 6 years older than the U.S. median age of 37.4. In sports, Pittsburgh Pirate lefty Jeff Locke improved to 6-1 on the season after shutting out the L.A. Dodgers 3-0 Friday night. New England's strongest mountain runner, 34-year-old Eric Blake of New Britain, Connecticut, reclaimed the champion's title Saturday in the Northeast Dental Mount Washington Road Race with his fastest time ever, 59 minutes and 57 seconds. Veteran mountain runner, 45-year-old Laura Heifele of Del Norte, Colorado, finished first for the women. The New Hampshire Fisher Cats beat the Erie Sioux Wolves 22-1 yesterday. The Portland Sea Dogs beat the Akron Arrows 7-4 in Portland. The Orioles beat John Lester and the Red Sox 6-3 yesterday. The Boston Bruins and the Chicago Blackhawks getting ready for Game 3 in their best-of-7 Stanley Cup final series, tied at a game apiece. The Bruins evened it up Saturday night and won in overtime. In the weather today, mostly sunny with isolated showers this morning, then mostly cloudy with numerous showers and scattered thunderstorms this afternoon. Some thunderstorms may produce gusty winds and small hail. Highs in the mid-70s, upper 70s in southern Carroll County. West winds around 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight, numerous showers and scattered thunderstorms in the evening. Lows in the lower 50s, and partly sunny in the morning Tuesday, then becoming mostly cloudy. A chance of showers, highs around 70. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.